Accent. Accent is a combination of three main components: intonation, speech music, liaisons, word connections, and pronunciation, the spoken sounds of vowels, consonants, and combinations. As you go along, you'll notice that you're being asked to look at accent in a different way. You'll also realize that the grammar you studied before and this accent you're studying now are completely different. Part of the difference is that grammar and vocabulary are systematic and structured, the letter of the language. Accent, on the other hand, is free-form, intuitive, and creative, more the spirit of the language. So, thinking of music, feeling, and flow, let your mouth relax into the American accent. Can I learn a new accent? Can a person actually learn a new accent? Many people feel that after a certain age, it's just not possible. Can classical musicians play jazz? If they practice, of course they can. For your American accent, it's just a matter of learning and practicing techniques this book and CD set will teach you. It's up to you to use them or not. How well you do depends mainly on how open and willing you are to sounding different from the way you've sounded all your life. A very important thing you need to remember is that you can use your accent to say what you mean and how you mean it. Word stress conveys meaning through tone or feeling, which can be much more important than the actual words that you use. We'll cover the expression of these feelings through intonation in the first lesson. You may have noticed that I talk fast and often run my words together. You've probably heard enough English teacher English where everything is pronounced without having to listen too carefully. That's why on the CDs we're going to talk just like the native speakers that we are, in a normal conversational tone. Native speakers may often tell people who are learning English to slow down and to speak clearly. This is meant with the best of intentions, but it's exactly the opposite of what a student really needs to do. If you speak fairly quickly and with strong intonation, you'll be understood more easily. To illustrate this point, you'll hear a Vietnamese student first trying to speak slowly and carefully, and then repeating the same words quickly and with strong intonation. Studying this exercise took her only about 2 minutes to practice, but the difference makes her sound as if she'd been in America for many years. Please listen. You'll hear the same words twice.
Hello, my name is Mui. I'm taking American accent training. Hello, my name is Mui. I'm taking American accent training.
You may have to listen to this CD a couple of times to catch everything. To help you, every word on the CD is also written in the book. By seeing and hearing simultaneously, you'll learn to reconcile the differences between the appearance of English, spelling, and the sound of English, pronunciation, and the other aspects of accent. The CD leaves a rather short pause for you to repeat into. The point of this is to get you responding quickly and without spending too much time thinking about your response. What to do with your mouth to sound American. One of the main differences between the way an American talks and the way the rest of the world talks is that we don't really move our lips. So when an American says, "read my lips," what does he really mean? We create most of our sounds in the throat using our tongue very actively. If you hold your fingers over your lips or clench your jaws when you practice speaking American English, you'll find yourself much closer to native-sounding speech than if you try to pronounce every single sound very carefully. If you can relate American English to music, remember that the indigenous music is jazz. Listen to their speech music and you'll hear that Americans have a melodic, jazzy way of producing sounds. Imagine the sound of a cello when you say Betty bought a bit of better butter, and you'll be close to the native way of saying it. Because most Americans came from somewhere else, American English reflects the accent contributions of many lands. The speech music has become much more exaggerated than British English, developing a strong and distinctive intonation. If you use this intonation, not only will you be easier to understand, but you'll sound much more confident, dynamic, and persuasive. Intonation, or speech music, is the sound that you hear when a conversation is too far away to be clearly audible, but close enough for you to tell the nationality of the speakers. The American intonation dictates liaisons and pronunciation, and it indicates mood and meaning. Without intonation, your speech would be flat, mechanical, and very confusing for your listener. What is the American intonation pattern? How is it different from other languages? For example, if you hear a Japanese person speaking English, the sound would be very choppy, mechanical, and unemotional to an American. The same way with German peoples. It sounds too stiff. A man from Paris, on the other hand, his intonation goes up at the end of every sentence and has such a strong intonation that he sounds romantic and highly emotional, but this may not be appropriate for a lecture or a business meeting in English. American intonation do's and don'ts. Do not speak word by word. Bob is on the phone. If you speak word by word, as many people who learned printed English do, you'll end up sounding mechanical and foreign. You may have noticed the same thing happens in your own language. When someone reads a speech, even a native speaker, it sounds stiff and stilted, quite different from a normal conversational tone. Connect words to form sound groups. This is where you're going to start doing something completely different than what you've done in your previous English studies. This part is the most difficult for many people because it goes against everything they've been taught. Instead of thinking of each word as a unit, think of sound units. These sound units may or may not correspond to a word written on a page. Native speakers don't say, Bob is on the phone, but say, Bob is on the phone. Sound units make a sentence flow smoothly like peanut butter, never really ending and never really starting, just flowing along. Even chunky peanut butter is acceptable. So long as you don't try to put plain peanuts directly onto your bread, you'll be okay. Use staircase intonation. Let those sound groups floating on the wavy river in the figure flow downhill and you'll get the staircase. Staircase intonation not only gives you that American sound, it also makes you sound much more confident. Not every American uses the downward staircase. A certain segment of the population uses rising staircases, generally teenagers on their way to the shopping mall. Hi, my name is Tiffany. I live in La Cañada. I'm on the pep squad. In the first column, stress the nouns. In the second column, stress the verb. Fill in your own examples at the bottom. 1. Bob sees Betty. He sees her. 2. Betty knows Bob. She knows him. 3. Ann and Ed call the kids. They call 'em. 4. Jan sells some apples. She sells some. 5. Jean sells cars. She sells 'em. 6. Bill and I fix the bikes. We fix 'em. 7. Carl hears Bob and me. He hears us. 8. Dogs eat bones. They eat 'em. 9. The girls have a choice. They have one. 10. The kids like the candy. They like it. 11. The boys need some help. They need something. 12. Ellen should call her sister. She should call someone. 13. The murderer killed the plumber. He killed a man. 14. The tourists went shopping. They bought stuff. Repeat after me the sentences listed in the following groups. 1. I bought a sandwich. 2. I said I bought a sandwich. 3. I said I think I bought a sandwich. 4. I said I really think I bought a sandwich. 5. I said I really think I bought a chicken sandwich. 6. I said I really think I bought a chicken salad sandwich. 7. I said I really think I bought a half a chicken salad sandwich. 8. I said I really think I bought a half a chicken salad sandwich this afternoon. 9. I actually said I really think I bought a half a chicken salad sandwich this afternoon. 10. I actually said I really think I bought another half a chicken salad sandwich this afternoon. 11. Can you believe I actually said I really think I bought another half a chicken salad sandwich this afternoon? 1. I did it. 2. I did it again. 3. I already did it again. 4. I think I already did it again. 5. I said I think I already did it again. 6. I said I think I already did it again yesterday. 7. I said I think I already did it again the day before yesterday. 1. I want a ball. 2. I want a large ball. 3. I want a large red ball. 4. I want a large red bouncy ball. 5. I want a large red bouncy rubber ball. 6. I want a large red bouncy rubber basketball. 1. I want a raise. 2. I want a big raise. 3. I want a big impressive raise. 4. I want a big impressive annual raise. 5. I want a big impressive annual cost of living raise. Did he? Does he? Was he? Has he? Is he? Will he? Would he? Can he? Wouldn't you? Shouldn't I? Won't he? Didn't he? Hasn't he? Wouldn't he? Isn't he? Isn't it? Doesn't it? Aren't I? Won't you? Don't you? Can't you? Could you? Would you? 1. The new clerk is very slow, isn't he? 2. But he can improve, can he? 3. She doesn't type very well, does she? 4. They lost their way, didn't they? 5. You don't think so, do you? 6. I don't think it's easy, is it? 7. I'm your friend, aren't I? 8. You won't be coming, will you? 9. He keeps the books, doesn't he? 10. We have to close the office, don't we? 11. We've closed the office, haven't we? 12. We had to close the office, didn't we? 13. We had the office closed, didn't we? 14. We'd already closed the office, hadn't we? 15. We'd better close the office, hadn't we? 16. We'd rather close the office, wouldn't we? 17. The office is closed, hasn't it? 18. You couldn't tell, could you? 19. You'll be working late tonight, won't you? 20. He should have been here by now, shouldn't he? 21. He should be promoted, shouldn't he? 22. I didn't send the fax, did I? 23. I won't get a raise this year, will I? 24. You use the computer, don't you? 25. You're used to the computer, aren't you? 26. You used to use the computer, didn't you? 27. You never used to work Saturdays, did you? 28. That's better, isn't it? I've got to go. I've got a book. Do you want to dance? Want a banana? Let me in. Let me go. I'll let you know. Did you do it? Not yet. I'll meet you later. What do you think? What'd you do with it? How'd you like it? When'd you get it? Why'd you take it? Why don't you try it? What are you waiting for? What you doing? How's it going? Where's the whatchamacallit? Where's what's-his-name? How about it? He's got to hurry 'cause he's late. I could have been a contender. Could you speed it up, please? Would you mind if I tried it? Aren't you Bob Barker? Can't you see it my way for a change? Don't you get it? I should have told you. Tell her I miss her. Tell him I miss him. 1. What a good idea. 2. Put it in a bottle. 3. Write it in a letter. 4. Set it on the metal gutter. 5. Put all the data in the computer. 6. Insert a quarter in the meter. 7. Get a better water heater. 8. Let her put a sweater on. 9. Betty's at a meeting. 10. It's getting hotter and hotter. 11. Patty ought to write a better letter. 12. Frida had a little metal bottle. 1. He's forgotten the carton of satin mittens. 2. She's certain that he has written it. 3. The cotton curtain is not in the fountain. 4. The hikers went in the mountains. 5. Martin has gotten a kitten. 6. Students study Latin in Britain. 7. Whitney has a patent on those sentences. 8. He has not forgotten what was written about the mutant on the mountain. 9. It's not certain that it was gotten from the fountain. 10. You need to put an orange cotton curtain on that window. 11. We like that certain satin better than the carton of cotton curtains. 12. The Intercontinental Hotel is in Seattle. 13. The frightened witness had forgotten the important written message. 14. The child wasn't beaten because he'd bitten the button. Read the following sentences out loud. Make sure that the underlined T's are silent. 1. He had a great interview. 2. Try to enter the information. 3. Turn the printer on. 4. Finish the printing. 5. She's at the International Center. 6. It's 20 degrees in Toronto. 7. I don't understand it. 8. She invented it in Santa Monica. 9. He can't even do it. 10. They don't even want it. 11. They won't ever try. 12. What's the point of it? 13. She's the Intercontinental representative. 14. Hasn't he? 15. Isn't he? 16. Aren't I? 17. Won't he? 18. Doesn't he? 19. Wouldn't it? 20. Didn't I? Repeat the following sentences. 1. I don't know what it means. 2. But it looks like what I need. 3. But you said that you wouldn't. 4. I know what you think. 5. But I don't think that he will. 6. He said that if we can do it, he'll help. 7. But isn't it easier this way? 8. We want something that isn't here. 9. You'll like it, but you'll regret it later. 10. But he's not right for what I want. 11. It's amazing what you've accomplished. 12. What if he forgets? 13. Okay, but aren't you missing something? 14. I think that he's okay now. 15. She wanted to, but her car broke down. 16. We think that you're taking a chance. 17. They don't know what it's about. How fast can you say, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How many cookies could a good cook cook if a good cook could cook cookies? How many cookies could a good cook cook if a good cook could cook cookies? How many cookies could a good cook cook if a good cook could cook cookies?
You can watch our new videos by subscribing, so don't forget to subscribe.